ever so slightly. It's gonna be deceiving depending on how he comes up here.
Yeah, some of them little guys.
Oh, it looks like another
Awful
drum.
flashy, ain't it? No, it's just a,
Oh, it is a
fighting
walleye.
walleye.
There we go.
There you go.
Threw me off for a second.
Pan.
That'll work.
You know, and quite literally, we have not went to a spot without fish and without a keeper. So like I say, we're just hopping around. We're playing learning mode here, but getting a limit of floppy fish in the process.
They're active. They're alive.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of give you guys a little bit of a key locational factor, and this is very common on these Missouri River reservoirs, and what you want to look for is, as you can see the white here, what that is that's the old channel, and it comes across the middle of the lake, and then it sweeps up tightly against this bank. And then this bank is also rocky as well, but what that does is those fish are sitting there waiting to see what's going to blow downstream towards them as far as bait. And it's just an absolutely ideal spot. And then as you can see, it brushes along here and then it goes away. So anywhere right along here is good, and that's year round. That's through the ice, summer, fall, spring, you name it. It's always worth checking these spots out. It's not terribly big, 100, 150 yards long, the whole thing. Doesn't take long. Bounce in and out depth wise, just kind of work back and forth. Watch your electronics, obviously. Pay attention to where you're getting your bites. But if you concentrate on stuff like this day in and day out, you're gonna do well. These fish will be coming through there. And it also doesn't hurt to even come back later in the day, because these fish are constantly moving. People think sometimes, well, geez, we had fish here and they quit biting. No, they moved. And a lot of times another school will come right back in there and replace them. So hopefully that helps.
Right. Another good one here. Digging in.
There you go.
Perfect size. Fresh worm and everything. Lively. We'll put him back for another.
Want to eat him or put him back?
We'll eat him.
I was gonna say. We've had our, shouldn't say fill of, but we've stopped live baiting here. We're just gonna cover some ground, see if we can't find a little better fish. The biggest fish we've got is probably 18, 19 inches. And what I'm going to do is, I'm in the same general area where we did have some fish. We're going to kind of hit areas that are similar, and actually some of the same areas, because we do know that they're fish there, and cover some more ground, see if we can't find some more aggressive fish. And by covering more territory, we're going to put it in front of a lot more fish, so our odds of getting a better one go up relative to that. We'll just see what happens here. Yeah. Hey, it's a something. There's a baby. Come on, buddy. Borderline eater. Oh yeah. Well, as predicted, this did work. We just no more got our lines out, and sure enough, we get a nice little eater fish there. I think we'll throw him in. We do have our limit of eaters, and then we're just going to do a little catch and release here.
Did he come off?
Nope. Let's get control of the boat here. Oh. Oh, happy now. One thing you'll notice I'm doing too is I steer with the electric up front. And there's a couple reasons. One, you get more precise steering. And two, you can do this where you're working on fish, netting fish, so forth, without the boat going in circles, tangling all your lines, which it will do if you're just using the steering wheel. That's the second fish in a row on this same plug, which we may make some note of that. It's yellow and white. It's a Reef Runner 100, which is a very overlooked lure that they make. I like it a lot for these shallow water situations. I really like it off lead core and behind snap weights. And like I say, it's something that not a lot of guys are using. You may want to pick a few up. It's just a different look for these fish. All right, we just connected here. We had one bite earlier with a fish that wants some meat. I like to run a little variety of stuff in here, not terribly big, but it's telling us it's working. So we'll darn sure leave him in the lineup. Another thing with this too is you do not need live bait. I'm just using some, and I'll give you a little tip here on how I rig these up. And it looks kind of counterintuitive, but it does work.
Another fish over here.
Oh, I'll do that in a minute. We'll take this fish. And what we're doing here is our live bait, you know, we were getting fish, but the bite was slow. And with this, we're just picking them up left and right, and we can comb through these, and what we're hoping to do is maybe find a little bigger model. This guy looks to be maybe a little better than the last one. Ski him on in. Just a nice representative eater style fish. I'm going to get the boat back under control. And this is just simple stuff. A lot of folks let this pulling crankbaits intimidate them, and you really shouldn't. And with that, we'll get him out. That's a third fish, just bang, bang, bang on this lure.